hello to whoever needs to see this video. I was asked to do the video to give an idea of how well I can speak, breathe, and movement. I can speak fairly well. I can carry on a conversation for approximately a half hour to an hour with someone that is sharing the dialogue, and then after that my voice starts to get a little bit harsh. If I have to project my voice, it gets more difficult because I don't have enough air movement to actually project it that well, and it gets harsher a lot faster. But as long as I can keep a lower tone, I can carry on a fairly decent conversation. Movement-wise, I'm very limited. My core muscles are probably the best shape, and there's some weakness in my neck, is why we have the nifty headrest. But I can still go like this and back again. But if I'm more reclined, it makes it more difficult to actually bring my head forward. Moving it back, I still do fairly well. The last time I had a test done, I could still manage to keep my eyes closed when they were trying to pry them open. Same with my jaw and all other facial muscles. There wasn't any issues with them. My limbs are pretty limited on the amount of movement. At this point, I have a hard time holding them against gravity. I can still move fairly well as long as I have the support of the armrest on both sides. As long as I have the support of the armrest on both sides, I still manage to operate the wheelchair fairly well, although I do have a harder time moving off to the one side. My legs, I can't lift them off the pegs, but I can still move my toes. But if I extend my legs in the air, so I'm not working against gravity, I can still move them around. Like, I still have some control, but very limited. Breathing I do okay at, as long as I'm not in a stuffy building. Then I have difficulty. And I usually try and be on my bypass. Warm liquids, teas, whatnot. Anything cold, it becomes more of an issue. I usually end up coughing. I can eat all moist foods, but stuff like potato chips or flaky stuff like that, I have a tendency to cough more on them. So far I do have a G-tube, but the only time it's been used so far is to take medication when I was ill. As long as my energy level is at a reasonable level, I usually don't have any problems taking medication. And that's about all I can think of for now. If there's any more questions, or if more specific video is required, I'm more than happy to accommodate. And any other questions I would like